Hello viewers, in this video I will introduce you life cycle of RBC. The learning objectives are, after watching this video you will able to discuss the various steps in the life cycle of an erythrocyte, that is RBC. Now let's move to the life cycle of RBC. RBC are highly specialized for oxygen transport function. RBC circulate for about 120 days after leaving red bone marrow. The plasma membrane of RBC squeeze through blood capillaries. The plasma membrane become more fragile with age and the cells are more likely to burst, especially as they squeeze through narrow channels in the spleen. RBC cannot synthesize new components to replace the damaged one, as it does not consist nucleus and other cell organelle. The ruptured RBCs are removed from circulation as destroyed by fixed phagocytic macrophage in spleen, liver and red bone marrow. The production of RBC in the bone marrow occurs at a very fast rate, that is more than 2 million per second. The raw material required is same as that essential for production and maintenance of any cell, that is glucose, lipids, amino acid, as well as it required trace elements such as iron, copper and zinc. It also required vitamin B12 and erythropoietin, which is an hormone synthesized and secreted from a kidney. Now, trace elements such as iron which is an important constituent of hemoglobin, which is stored in the form of ferritin, hemoceritin in liver, spleen and bone marrow. Whereas copper, it is present in the component of plasma proteins such as hephaestin and ceruloplasmin, which is required for absorption of iron and oxidation of iron, that is conversion from ferrous to ferric form. The zinc element, which is acting as an coenzyme, whereas vitamin B12, it is required for DNA synthesis. A hormone, that is erythropoietin, it is involved in the process of erythrophoesis, that is formation of RBC. So process of formation of RBC, it is called as erythrophoesis. Now let's see life cycle of RBC in details. RBC which are matured, which circulate for about 120 days, which get ruptured or worn out, it undergoes the process, that is phagocytosis, in macrophage in the spleen, liver or red bone marrow. RBC breakdowns into heme and globin part, as the hemoglobin, it is the main component of RBC. The globin and heme portion of hemoglobins are split apart. The globin is broken down into amino acids, which can be reused to synthesize other proteins. Iron, it is removed from the heme portion in the form of ferric, which is associated with the plasma protein, that is transferrin, a transporter for a ferric form of iron in the bloodstream. In muscle fiber, in liver cells and the macrophage of the spleen and liver, the ferric form detach from transferrin and attach to the iron storage proteins, that is ferritin. Hemoceritin is also an iron storage protein. Upon release from the storage site or absorption from the GIT, ferric reattach to the transferrin, and this ferric transferrin complex is then carried out to the red bone marrow, where RBC's precursor take up through the receptor mediated endocytosis for use in hemoglobin synthesis. Iron is needed for the heme portion of the hemoglobin molecules. Amino acid is required for a globin portion. Vitamin B12 it is required for synthesis of hemoglobin, whereas EPO, that is erythropoietin, it is also required for the process of erythrophoesis. The erythrophoesis in red bone marrow takes place. The hemophoesis of RBC begins in hemopoietic bone marrow, which form the stem cells, which is converted to the erythroblast, which then forms the reticulocytes, which is a precursor of RBC and which enters the bloodstream. And this reticulocyte, it is converted to the RBC, and RBC it remain into the bloodstream for the period of 120 days. Now let's go to the another part, that is the heme part. So when iron is removed from the heme, the non-iron portion of heme, it is converted to a green color pigment, that is biliverdin, which is further converted to a yellow color pigment, that is bilirubin. Bilirubin enters the bloodstream and it is transported into the liver. Within the liver, bilirubin is released from the liver cells into the bile, which pass into the small intestine and then into the large intestine. So in the large intestine, bilirubin it is get converted to urobilinogen by bacteria present in the large intestine. Most of the urobilinogen it is eliminated in the feces in the form of a brown pigment called as stercobilin, which gives feces its characteristics odor. Some urobilinogen it is absorbed back into the blood and it is get converted to the yellow color pigment, that is urobilin, which get excreted into the urine. So to summarize, the formation and destruction of RBCs and the recycling of hemoglobin component. RBC circulate for about 120 days after leaving red bone marrow before they are phagocytized by macrophages. So these are the key references for further reading. Thank you very much. Happy learning.